if somebody asks me, Moneta-Kai, what do you do? I'm saying I give energy.
You energy.
So whether you need me to get on the mic and turn up, get on the DJ sticks and turn it up, get on the dance floor and turn it up, I'm going to do what I got to do to turn it up.
Well, it's the big show. The Black Idea Guy podcast is a new business and culture platform created to serve as a compass with the ultimate goal of helping talented and urbanly influenced creatives get potentially disruptive, new ideas, thinking, and perspectives off the ground out and into the world. Acronym as the Big Show, this is not an interview. This is an exchange, which we hope will leave all listeners with realized game, perspective, inspiration, ideas, and insights that will drive the results. The Black Idea Guy podcast comes firsthand from a former athlete turned innovator, the multi-potentialite creative and entrepreneurial marketing mastermind, the Black Idea Guy himself, Make Allen Brown, and a range of dynamic guest features, each who are extremely gifted and talented within their own right. So with all that being said and stated, I have in front of me Moneta-Kai Price.
That's right. That's me.
That's right. big Mo, big mate, big Mo, big. Yo, this is also like, I also tell all the guests, this is shared real estate. You know what I mean? You feel free, man. When you dropping them, like when you, cause you gonna leave a trail of gems.
I think I might just say make.
Yo, you
can
just
sound so good to say.
It's energy. Yeah. You know? It's like, I really want people to understand, like, yo, we are all make. It's not like, I'm trying to evoke this attitude into our culture, into other just young people that are striving to just know, like, yo, you got to channel your inner beast. Like, and that make shit, like the make energy is like, that's internally, it's like an alter ego. It's like, when I go make mode, like, it's like, yo, I'm just focused. I'm locked in.
Thanks, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Cause it's some kids out here, not even kids, like even I'm 25. You see what I'm saying? So it's family, cousins, friends that got so much energy. Sometimes it's towards the wrong outlets.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? It's negative energy, dark cloud. Yo, take all of that, put it to something positive, something that could make you some money.
That's
you
a
see
fact.
What I'm saying? So
that's a fact.
That's all I'm about right now. Just rubbing off my good energy on people and hoping that they can do something with that, build on it, and take their being to the next level.
So with that all being said, I think it's much, we got to get into who you are really, because I never assumed that the audience that I may have and the audience that I may be building knows the guests,
right.
Even as I may know them, right? So I always want to try to take people at least through some sort of introductory curve. And before we should do that, let's dap up. So part of the show,
No, I got you.
You got to know.
You do that one. I do this
without hands saying, I don't know your dirty ass hands, man.
Exactly. Yeah. You do that one. I do this one.
Yo, man, Dap Collectors brand hand sanitizer is the hand sanitizer for the culture. Mass producing this, lemongrass and aloe infused, man. Powering the Dap Collectors, powering the Black Idea Guy pod. Shout out to Outtime Agency. Now we getting into it. So, Mo, yo, man, you want to be the world's biggest entertainer.
Right.
That's like, but like, I kind of, as you have the pursuit of wanting to be the world's biggest entertainer, that's a tall goal. Yeah. Right. Attainable, right? Measurable in many different ways. How did you kind of get into wanting that as your goal? Like in entertainment?
Entertainment, it takes me back to a kid. When my mom put me and my brother Jelani into performing art stuff growing up. So Heritage Show Choir. We used to be in a couple plays with Miss Keisha.
And this is all Jersey, like
it's
this
all
is
Jersey.
Big Jersey. So you big Jersey.
It's all Plainfield.
All big Plainfield.
Plainfield energy. You see what I'm saying? So we I am the community. You are the community. Like we've been here since day one. You know what I'm saying? Even my older brothers, like even my grandfather was born in Muhlenberg Hospital in 1932. So like we've been here for a long time.
Big
you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to entertaining, I was singing, dancing, acting. Fast forward to middle school, I'm at Paz. You know what I'm saying? I go for theater, and then 8th grade musical, I'm the Wiz in the Wiz.
Okay.
Growing up, my favorite artist was Michael Jackson, so of course I auditioned to be Scarecrow.
Okay.
But Mr. Miller was like, nah, you're not Scarecrow. You're not going to do that. Then he wanted me to be the Wiz. I was telling him no for like 2-3 weeks. He said, you know what? Suck it up. You're the Wiz. That's what it's going to be. And then my mom said, yo, just listen to Mr. Miller. Fine. that production turned out to be one of the best productions I've ever I've been in the Wiz like 3 times.
So let me ask you this, right? When you were doing those early on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you really know that it would kind of springboard you into being the entertainment, like cultural, like
Not at all.
engineer that you are?
Not at all, because 8th grade was the Wiz. Then I went from Paz, then I went to Union County Votech, where the program I focused in was theater.
Yeah.
But once I got there, the environment I was in, it was a bunch of white kids. It was like, it was like High School Musical. I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because the whole thing about performing was to just show people my age that you could do something other than basketball, football with your energy. You see what I'm saying? So, but once I went to the other environment in Scotch Plains, it was like, don't really want to do this anymore. I want to play football. You see what I'm saying? So it was like a flip. So the entertaining as far as parties and events and emceeing, that didn't really come in until I was in college at Rutgers.
Mm-hmm.
It was one event where they said, yo, somebody come on stage and dance. I went on stage and there's some the DJ Lil Man Jersey slide or something like that. Turned the whole crowd up. I said, yo, this is lit. And ever since then, everybody's like, "Yo, where you at tonight? Where's the party at?" Da 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 da.
So you became okay. I want to pause and break right here because it's something that a lot of my mentors talk to me about. Like it's about kind of like finding your authority, building your authority, right? And like, so when you got to Rutgers, because I think that was when you were in like I guess your college world, you're doing everything in the college space. That was when your name was just on every flyer. It was like it was just and like yo. A lot of people may or may not know when it comes to like, branding, promotion, like how important is it to just be on these different flyers?
Mm-hmm.
Like what is like break that down in terms of like someone that's trying to get to the level of promoting, marketing, branding, DJing that you're at?
I definitely say
what's like the structural path to get there tangibly?
That's a great question, man. I don't even.
You come to Black Idea Guy Pod.
Yeah, make me think.
That's some good questions.
Yeah. So,
but if it's natural, just
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to have fun. Like a lot of people went to college and major in biology,
right,
and nursing. I majored in parties. You know what I'm saying? So all I did was party. So I would throw parties with white people. I throw parties with DJ Islit, who I'm linking up with later. We doing a party.
Shout out to Is.
Yeah. So it was a matter of, I'm putting them on, them putting me on, and then it just makes the world go round. Because at the end of the day, everybody's looking for a party, so you might as well be the person that's throwing that party. I might throw my name on a flyer and not even go. You see what I'm saying?
What is that about? Like, what is that about? Like
that was a thing back in the day. Cause it's like, yeah, I'll host, but I don't want to turn up every night of the week. Like I still got to do some homework. So
right. And
plus the party might be in Newark or something like, and then like, I just be like, I don't want to go, but I'll promote. You see what I'm saying? Like so that was just then. But now
let me ask you this: when your name builds currency, though, right? Putting your name on that flyer is a check.
Yeah, I know. I know that now.
You know that now.
Back then it was like it's whatever, but right now.
So what at what point did you realize, my name got some weight to it? Like Mo got some. I mean, it's different now. Yesterday's price ain't today's price.
When I stopped throwing events, like it was a whole year before COVID that I stopped. I was not in nightlife anymore. I was just trying to graduate, doing my regular job, and just chilling.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So then I took a break, and I came back. Once I came back, they was like, "Oh, you back? Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy." But definitely leading up to that break, it was me and Islit doing parties, me Showcase Flygerian doing parties. So all those people, we added to each other. So that was a build up, and then I stopped. Everybody was like, "Where the hell you been at?"
Were y'all all in Rutgers together?
Yeah.
So all y'all were like.
It was pretty much an overlap. Like the Show and Fly are a year ahead of me. And then me and Islit's older, but we've both started Rutgers at the same time.
Yeah.
Because he came from Essex County Community College. So we all came to Rutgers at the same time. I met Islit December, and I might have started working with Show and Fly that following semester. So that my freshman year was when I made all my connections.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So it was that.
Okay. So now, how many total events do you think? Like, Like, just to give a figure, like some sort of roundabout figure, like because I think, you know, just to put it into perspective how long you've kind of been doing this, right? And you 25.
I'm
so
25.
25, how many events you think you got on your belt? Like good events, bad events, you know, maybe events that you might have popped in, but you had an involvement in some way, shape,
Something
or form.
I had an involvement in? Yeah, definitely say, I mean, I started throwing parties in 2016 because I didn't even party in high school. It was college was like, okay, no parents, we outside.
We outside.
You see what I'm saying? So ever since then, it was like, oh, we doing it. So
within 6 years, roughly, give and take.
Yeah, that's been 6 years. 6 years, I say that's crazy.
It's a nut question to really round out.
Crazy.
Like, bro.
Let's say two parties a month for the first 2 years. So that's like what's that? 24. That's 50 parties in 2 years that I've been a part of. So 6 years, you could probably say like 300
events,
at least 3. And then with the Friday gig I got now, that's every week. So that's
why not we like if we can go into it.
Yeah, I mean, we could
if we could go into it, because like bro, like it's incredible.
Well, it surprises me every day.
It's incredible. Like like this is some make shit. Like what y'all have done, what y'all have made, and like. For what anybody that don't know what we're talking about, it's Common Crazy Fridays.
Common Crazy Friday. Shout out Ab Gotti. What's up?
Shout out Ab been on the show too.
I know, my guy.
Ab been on the show. I actually, what's crazy was, man, this was so sporadic and kind of last minute, but I should have got both of y'all. Maybe we'll do another one where bring both of y'all through. We out super outside. Super outside. And then people, real talk, facts. The people wanted to hear from y'all. Like, you know, and like I really want to be the person that is like that the movers, shakers, and players feel comfortable having that combo because they know it ain't just like, oh, yo, tell me about your life. No, it's like it's exchange. That's why it's purposely not an interview. It's open, just putting it to the floor, letting them hear it, you know. So Common Crazy Friday, y'all have this event weekly. Y'all have a Friday event weekly, and just the promotion of it. I want to dig into that because I'm a marketing guy.
Right.
Big into branding. And I think I see a lot more than what everybody else may see when I see things coming together.
Right.
And I think you guys know your audience so well. You know what makes them move, right? You also understand the aspect of promoting with women and how that flies, how that pushes shit. Was that all strategic?
It wasn't at first. I mean, of course, get the bad shorties to pop out.
Get the baddies.
And then everybody knows that's where the baddies going to be, so everybody want to come. That was the original idea. And at first, I wasn't even on Common Crazy Fridays at first. Because remember, I said I took a break. So when I came back to doing Nightlife, I said, oh, Shay Marie opened back up.
Yep.
Let me talk to the owner, see if I can get a night over there. When I went and talked to him, he said, oh, Common Crazy, I already got it. I said, say no more. I was in Cedarbrook with Ab, 3rd grade.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I hit Ab. I said, all right, let me DJ the first one or the next one. I said, I'll do it for free. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
And then
short-term sacrifice,
right?
Long-term gain.
Right. So the first one went good. And the next couple Fridays, I had some gigs, so I couldn't DJ. But since my Fridays freed up, Ab was like, man, lock it in every week. You here. You on Hot Rod. That's it.
Yo, how bold, real talk. And I'm not a promoter, right? I got a bunch of friends that are promoters, and I just be trying to like be a fly on the wall. How bold is it to try to pull off an event weekly?
It's hard, bro.
That's what I need people to understand.
It's
like
hard.
Like to get a crowd out 4 times a month to the same venue. Like what is like, how do you switch it up? How do you keep it fresh?
Definitely guest DJs. Definitely using the network that you build up of all. I've been doing parties since 2016. So using that next network, exploiting that network, and getting people to come. That's pretty much it. And then as far as mixing it up, the guest DJs, they'll add their own flavor to it. Yeah. Now, one thing about Common Crazy, it's its own niche market. Like the only people that really know how to on a DJ tip that really know how to shake that party is me, Hot Rod, Frank White,
Talk it.
Midnight.
Talk it.
I mean, that's like boom. That's like the top 4 right there. Everybody else, like I'll be at another gig on a Friday. People text me like, "Yo, where you at? when are you getting over here? I need you on the set right now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me and Hot Rod at 2 totally separate gigs, so we about the money, so we gonna get that bag and then come to Common Crazy. So it's a very challenging niche market. So when you talk about how do we keep it fresh, we have to, like me, I tell Ab all the time, we gotta go out and see people. I look at people's Instagram stories, see what music they listening to. All right, make sure that's in the set.
So that's the market research.
So I'm literally on my phone. I'll be on Instagram. People be on Instagram, TikTok, wasting time. I'll be on Instagram, TikTok, taking notes. You see what I'm saying? So all that is work, bro.
That's the thing.
All that is work.
But now, see, the thing is, it's work, right? Mm-hmm. In every category, it doesn't matter how fun your industry is from the consumption standpoint. You got to find the work in it.
Yeah.
Right. Like you doing market research, you're using social media for different reasons.
Right.
Like where some people may just be like digesting Justin LeBoy memes all day or whatever.
I don't even care about likes anymore.
Facts.
Don't care about likes. It's like, I know I look good. I get a couple shorties. I don't need likes. I use this. This is a tool.
Yeah.
I wish I could get likes to monetize, but I'm doing what I can do for tomorrow. So maybe in next year, then everything pays off.
You can monetize Reels though.
I could. I got to get on that.
The Reels is monetizable.
I need that content.
Yeah. I mean, well, granted, y'all are building something amazing there, and recently it was just also dropped that you're hosting Juneteenth.
Juneteenth is going to be crazy.
So, it was crazy. I think like this is like the first. You may be the first one to kind of speak out on a platform like this. That y'all are shifting the locations. It's not y'all did 2 years at
the first
Liberty
one
State
was 2020 Liberty State. Second one, then 2020 that was like 5,000 people. It was a lot of people. And then the second year, Liberty State Park, 18,000 people.
I want to stop and break right here too, because 2020 that was bold that y'all even did an event
mid-pandemic.
Mid-pandemic. This is like, it's crazy because I kind of know how daring and bold that step was, because that was when I was trying to pull off DAP. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the middle of the pandemic and like trying to hand sanitizer. When the world was at the shortage of hand sanitizer, I found a partnership opportunity where I could provide it.
Right.
Which is nuts.
It's crazy.
It's nuts. It's just so, you had to really be a crazy, sick in the head ass type person to do some of the things that was happening. For y'all to cultivate that community out, bring them to Jersey City, throw an event, have tents set up. That's like, whoa, that's like, yo, who do they think they are?
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Even the first one, I couldn't even go to the first one because the pandemic happened. I was on furlough. I started working at Too Much Sauce. So Too Much Sauce.
Shout out Too Much Sauce.
Shout out Too Much Sauce. My guys, they opening a restaurant soon. Opening a restaurant real soon. Yeah, black owned. Love it. You see what I'm saying? But that first Juneteenth, the truck was so busy that day, I couldn't even get off. This is when the truck had a 3-hour wait for chicken wings, some fries. You see what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, right? What's crazy is, is it, because, the food is good, but how impactful was the marketing in Too Much Sauce that kind of rocket shipped it?
Right. So with that was, we're going to come back to Juneteenth, by the way. It's okay. But
we're
going to come back. So I was in college, and Eli on the truck hit me, said, do you know anybody that majors in marketing can help us out? I said, man, I can help you out.
Yes, sir.
So I've been working with them since about 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
So I
remember those early promos you was doing.
The early promos, dancing on trucks and all that stuff. It was fun times. So I kind of used my party promo methods into promoting the truck. And even back then, I would be in my dorm, I'd be in class going through landmarks. I would go through Warnaco Park, Cedarbrook Park, Menlo Park Mall. Who would take pictures of it on Instagram? Because I know they're in the area.
Right.
I'm going through down the list of people who I think would like chicken. Hey, come check out our new food truck in Plainfield. I must have typed that message 3,000 times.
Let's pause and break right there, right? Because I think sometimes hearing that, you put me to shame. You put me to shame because it's sometimes that like we don't realize that the one-to-one direct connections are important.
Oh yeah.
instead of just blasting out that mass message and thinking that we're gonna blanket the audience at once. It's what you're doing. Sending that, yo, I'm a direct send this to one person, two person, three person, four person, group in a group chat. Make sure that all y'all seeing this.
Right. I'm on the comments in the pictures. I'm one of the comments. Oh, you in Cedar Park? Come around the corner on Park Ave. We here. Fried chicken. I said, here's what I said. I said, come check out our food truck in Plainfield. We have the best fried chicken in the state of New Jersey.
That's gangster.
3,000 of those messages.
Gangster.
So that's how I build up the marketing for the truck. So boom, and then the pandemic happened, people didn't want to eat the same home cooked meals every day, so they wanted to come out. That's when the truck was 3-hour wait.
Yeah.
With some chicken.
Yeah.
I said, yo, this is crazy.
But after a while, so it's this book called Contagious, and it really talks about like building spectacles. Like after a while, people are just curious. They're like, yo, why is everyone talking about this spot? Like I have to try it.
Right.
And when you get that, and it meets your expectations, rocket
Too much
ship.
sauce, kinda crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, yo, how do they get all these women to come to that party?
Yo.
Why is it so lit? Honestly, it's like, I don't know. Like, it's just lit.
It's a spectacle. What y'all building is kind of crazy. It's no pun intended.
Right.
Right? Like it's beautiful to see. So at this point, how do you gauge success at the event that seemingly is successful each week? Like what are your measurements of?
So we do RSVPs.
Okay.
We have 300 RSVPs available, and that's ladies free until 10:30 with the RSVP. So a good night is if at least 150 RSVPs are claimed. We had 300 RSVPs all claimed by. That was like the record. The next one was New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
That was like 280, and then Black Friday was like 270. So, and those are crazy. I think Black Friday was my favorite. I
just want to jump in because again, right? The marketing hat that in me. When you collect this data is data, right? People gotta understand how important data is really to be collected. And when you got emails, that's currency, right? That's currency in the market, right? People don't understand when you have emails that are attached to different people, you can blast that out. So let's say, Ciroc came to you and say, yo, hey, Mo, Ab, what you guys are doing is great. How big is your audience pool? And you can say, oh, well, we actually have 50,000 emails we've collected over the last X amount of years doing this type of event. So we can guarantee we know who we're speaking to. And if you want to reach our audience, this is the dollar sign right here.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? So that right there is commendable. Right. And I also welcome a lot of other people to leverage emails, that, because we overlook that. Right. People I know people that have been throwing events, they do the RSVP thing, and then they collect the data and literally sit on it.
That's what Is Lit taught me that. Is Lit said, because Is Lit, I have the Kinda Crazy email database. I have emails since 2016.
Yeah.
When we did Up and Down, we did highlights. We sold.
You have to get with me, brother. You have to do something.
So we have. Is Lit said, bro. He said, bro, you can sell a email list for $500, $1,000, depending on how much you guys said. Word. He told me that like 2 weeks ago.
That's a hustle, bro. Yeah.
I said, wow, I didn't even think about that.
That's how you do it, right? And I learned that. I learned that because a friend of mine was actually a part of the Dusaipalooza, right? And like, they were crazy, right? The pool of people that they were cultivating was just huge. Right. So that email list was so big on them trying to get sponsored dollars, right? Because now you're placing these sponsors, these other brands in front of the audience that you can get. So all this stuff, man, and like for me, kind of watching from the fence, seeing everything in my like social circle evolve and what everybody's doing, I'm just watching. I'm like, yo, damn, this is how they could really kill that shit. This is how they could kill it over there. Like, I love seeing shit like that.
Yeah,
I love seeing
as
that.
producers, like we always have. We always have like we take lessons. Yeah. And then we can also give tips. Yeah. Like that's how we think as producers. Like people who don't do events, they don't really understand. Like even talking about Juneteenth. You see what I'm saying? Everybody was upset that they had to move the location from the park to American Dream. Right. Why this? Well, we just wanted to go put up. I'm not mocking y'all, but I am. But
it is what it is.
Like you see what I'm saying? Like basically what happened was They wanted to do it at Liberty State Park.
Yeah.
Liberty State Park wanted to charge them $60,000 to do the event there, and they wanted a percentage of the ticket sales. And they said they can only have 5,000 people at Liberty State Park. Who's making money off that? We're not even breaking even off that.
So, and these weren't in the cards for years 1 or 2.
And they told him this information 2 months ago.
Wow.
After they've been planning since September.
Wow.
So you could be mad, but what's the alternative? Us not doing an event, or us turning it into a festival where we bringing out acts like Lil Man, Just Blaze,
right.
DJ Beloved.
That lineup is kind of
You see what I'm
proud
saying? We're turning it into a festival. What other festival like that's been in Jersey? And you can't even say Summer Jam because they brand that as New York. This is Jersey. And you got people reposting the flyer saying this is not Jersey. This is cap. I'm like, bro, what? Blocked, unfollowed. We don't got time for that. They sold 2,000 tickets in one day.
Nuts.
Come, just pull up. We like it's still for the people. It's gonna be lit.
Oh yeah, yo, I vended last year.
Yeah.
I was there. Like we actually launched DAP at June. Yo, man, Juneteenth. Shout out to the whole crew over there because
Showcase Flygerians, Zay, what up?
Shout out to them, man. Like early on, I just knew like, yo, if there was any ideal platform to try to bring a brand as centered in like culture to the market, like where would I drop this seed into which ocean? And then I seen the flyer come out. Right. Then my homegirl from LA called me. She's like, yo, have you seen the Juneteenth in Jersey?
Word?
My homegirl from LA called me, bro.
That's love.
Yo, homegirl from LA called me. Like, yo, at the time, Shell
Shotty.
My homegirl was like, yo, my boy Shell is DJing. Like, yo, I know him direct. I'm like, Shell? I'm like, I know Shell.
Right.
Call Shell right now.
Right.
Call Shell. Shell was like, yo, that would be dope there. Da, da, da. And it was so dope because shout out to, Showcase, yo, he actually put it to where we were like the health and safety, official health and safety vendor. So, just like this that little push, I really appreciate everything those guys are doing, have done. I mean, we out there this year again.
Good,
year 2, we're gonna go out there, have some visibility out there, and like, yo, it's just lit, man. Like,
it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be dope.
Be lit.
You know what I mean? So,
and it's 21 plus. So
that's crazy.
It's 21 plus. So I think I can say when I'm on stage, every hour, everybody's taking a shot. We gonna turn up. You see what I'm saying? And also, every ages 55 and up is free.
Tough.
So your parents can come, your grandparents can come, and they can chill out and have a good time because we playing all types of music.
Yeah.
You already said the lineup is crazy.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I hope I get a guest set on there.
So let me ask you this, right? So your world circulates around when you're in nightlife mode, right? When you're in nightlife mode, when you're in entertainment mode, when you're in nightlife mode, right? You have 3 pillars that make everything go, right? You got the music, right? You got the women, right? Then you have the alcohol. 3 pillars that you gotta say, right? Like these are what
those are essential.
It's essential.
Yeah.
If you were to remove one of those, do you think which of those would you remove and still be able to have a successful nightlife event to the level that you constantly do it at? Women, music, liquor. One gotta go, and we still gotta win.
And we still gotta win.
Still gotta win. I need a dub at the end of the night.
I would have. I mean, that's the hard question, bro. It's 2 ways. It's 2. I'm gonna do 2 scenarios.
Okay.
The first scenario is you take away the alcohol because there's always weed. Weed is legal. You didn't put that as a caveat in there.
I didn't.
So I'm gonna say that.
That's right.
But that's still, you can't really do anything without alcohol. Now the other scenario is, I'm an ally, so you could take the ladies away and I could turn up a gay party. On my mother, I could turn up a gay party. I could. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Actually, the city of Plainfield booked me to DJ the LGBTQIA plus flag raising on June 9th at City Hall.
There it is. Okay.
I'm about to turn them up.
Lit.
Man, woman, they don't matter.
Them.
Yeah, we outside.
Yeah.
So, but
That's range. That's range. Let's stop.
Range.
That's range. That's range.
Range, yeah.
That's also something that is commendable, right? I think a lot of people need to understand how you need to open up your range and who you can be impactful to, right? And how to garner just audiences that just may not be in your immediate subset of people, right? Like that's dope. Yeah. That's dope.
And like, that's different. That's different because I can shake that gig. I'm getting 8 other gigs off that one. Like that's the main thing about building your network. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like why I can't do the club. I can't be at the club every Friday night the whole night. I have to do other gigs, not just because it's money. It's because it's opportunity. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But back to your question, can't no party exist without those 3 things?
It's impossible. It's impossible.
That don't even sound like me. You see what I'm saying? But we'll make it work regardless, though.
It's crazy. I literally put that question in my anchor points to see, like, you know, because I know it's sort of like an impossible way to try to construct the types of events that find success that you do. Yeah. You got to have those 3. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what are some, like, so outside of, you know, all right, so we know what anchors the events to be successful, right? You've been to a lot of events. You say you did over 300 events since in your career. That's amazing, commendable, hand claps all day. You're doing your thing. And you've seen other, you are a student of this from what I'm learning and what I'm seeing. You're a student of it. So even being a student of it, also too, I want to shout out G Luck, just pulled up too.
What up?
My bad. My
Allure, what up?
The audience know the brain. My brain is just be all over the place. So I'm just thinking. I'm like, yo, let me shout out G, right? Shout out G Luck. Both y'all, right? You, right, have done so many events. You've seen good events. You've seen bad events. You have good events. I'm sure you may have had some bad events, right? Which of those ideas, like, what have you seen any event ideas that you're like, yo, that shit is just groundbreaking. Like, that is amazing. Like where are clever ideas in event planning? Where do you find those? Like, what are some that you've seen?
Just fresh ideas. Just way to make a.
Is it by the name and like the branding of it? Is it like
name?
Like, yeah, yo, like how big is a name?
A good party name is dope. Like, even we have a Tuesday spot now. We still trying to build it up, but it's the first Black-owned, woman-owned weed lounge in you know what I'm saying? So we have every Tuesday there. We call it Rhythm and Blunts.
I see it. Yep. I see it.
Rhythm and Blunts.
I like it.
I think me and Ab said it at the same time. We said R&B Tuesdays, Rhythm and Blunts. We said, oh, wow. But I definitely have some good party names, but I think what makes an event is the flyer.
The flyer, okay.
Is the flyer, because even when you asked me before, what's up with, you know, my name being on everything and my name being on stuff I don't even show up. Like, if the flyer is trash, I just feel like the event is not my caliber. Like, I tell people all the time, bro, that flyer has...
It's the face.
If you got to put 20, 30, 40, 50 more... I paid $150 for a flyer before, bro. Like, just throw that out, because it has to be... People have to scroll down the TL and not stop.
Right.
You have to... Oh, shit.
Right.
And then, like you said, marketing, they got to see it on a feed. They got to see it in the email. They got to see it on the story. They have to see it in the group chat because their friend saw it and said, oh, let's...
But after a while, so... Here's also too, right? Just, I understand repetition. I understand, like, you know, build up, and I understand when something is moving and it sort of has its sustainability. What I mean by that is, like, after a while, do you think, well, you continue to do the work that got you to where you are, right? But after a while, do you think, like, what you've done sort of carries you?
Not at this young age, no.
Not right now.
Hell no, bro. Because even, like, back to Common Crazy Fridays, that penthouse in lobby can hold 500 people. If you have 200 people in there, it looks light. Like, 200 people is a lot of people still, but if that venue is so spaced out that it's
you gotta
bust that. You gotta push 350, 400, just for it to be lit. Because black people say, it's kind of space.
Right.
Like,
They're very critical. We're very critical.
Very critical, bro.
Very critical.
So it's like it's really no letting up. Yeah. Like, I'm talking to promoters. Quiznos, he's 40 plus. He got 20K followers on the gram. Like, I'm trying to collab with him. Because he can put things together with us. He'll do an event, 300 people, no host. me and Ab, we need mad hosts. Like that's just our market. How
That's what y'all working with, you know.
That's our niche, and that's cool. But we try and get to the level where we can post a flyer one time, 100 tickets sold in a day. You know who could do that? Is Lit. Is Lit can do that. No host, no extra promo teams. Just Is Lit, make just Is Lit, bro. I'm like,
this is shared real estate, bro.
Yeah.
You need some. Nah, we right here. We right here.
All right,
boom. This the blue joint.
Blue joint. Say no more.
Yes, sir.
Bro. So Is Lit. I give it up to Is Lit every time we chop it up on the phone. He giving me game. I'm giving him game. He really does his thing because he do not like other promoters, and he's a DJ on top of that. So he'll just promote and he'll get bad, attractive ladies to come out.
Attractive ladies,
people with money who can spend at the bar. So then the club likes them because they spend the money at the bar.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So it's always work to do. Always work to do.
Yeah.
It's always another angle to look at.
What is the worst event you ever threw?
The worst event I ever threw?
Or threw, DJ'd, or MC'd?
No, I'm going to say the worst one I ever threw.
Okay.
The worst one I ever threw. Yeah, because that's me. I can take full accountability.
Full accountability.
So I did a party at, it's called Empire now, but it used to be called 803 Lounge in Elizabeth. I did a party. It was called Body Talk. Great theme. It was like grown and sexy R&B. Like this, it was very sexy. I might have just been 21 at the time. The club was 21 plus or some shit like that. So it was like,
so you a newbie.
Newbie to the game.
Yeah.
Had Is Lit DJ, Flygerian DJ, maybe Showcase, I can't remember, but I did a whole bunch of RSVPs. I think what happened was they had changed the date on me or something like that. The club changed the date on me. I said, damn, we need another date. The event happened. It was like 50 people in there. I'm like, yo.
Back to the drawing board.
If this event was 1 week where it originally should have been, I'm like, yo, this would have set me off on my solo career. Like, just because of how much hype it had. And it was around the homecoming weekend. No, North Jersey got like 85 colleges up there.
Yeah,
it would have been lit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, I think that was the worst event I did. I didn't make no money. The club helped me out and paid the stuff, the security fee, whoever I couldn't pay, they covered it. Yeah, that was my work. That was in like 2017, 2018 though. So I definitely had some time to recover. Like,
it was rough. It was rough.
It was rough.
I mean, when you doing shit early on in life though, you really got a good bounce back. Like you got a good amount of time to bounce back. So and so as we wrap, right? Got my last question, right?
Okay.
Not even last question, last topic. Mm-hmm. Personal branding, something big. I'm big on personal branding. The make is my personal brand. It's what I believe in. I think like you even not just identifying yourself as just one thing, right? Like, but you just being you, Moneta-Kai, right? Like that's your personal brand. How would you define like your own personal brand so that people clearly can know what you're setting out to do when they see you doing all these things that may be confusing? Like this is what's going on. If
somebody asks me, Moneta-Kai, what do you do? I'm saying I give energy.
You energy.
So whether you need me to get on the mic and turn up, get on the DJ sticks and turn it up, get on the dance floor and turn it up, I'm going to do what I got to do to turn it up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So even like I told you, I was performing arts growing up, dancing, singing, acting, all growing up, but I didn't really utilize those skills until college when I was majoring in sport management. Like,
that's my major too. Yo, fact.
Right. So and then the thing with branding too, when I wanted to become a DJ, I'm like, all right, so what name should I use?
Right.
Asking everybody, what Flygerian said MK Ultra. I said, that's not bad.
MK Ultra.
MK Ultra.
So that was your first DJ.
That was on the
name.
drawing board. That was on the drawing board.
Okay.
Then my cousin Saran, he said, I mean, you want too much sauce. You might as well be DJ Mo Liddy, because you know we got the Liddy sauce on the truck.
Okay.
So Mo Liddy, I said, that's kind of tough. Put that on the drawing board. And I'm an old head, and I skate for real, and I like old music. Like when I wanted to become a DJ, I just wanted to do cookouts and skating rinks. I didn't care for the club. So I said, DJ Uncle Mo. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, what the hell, bro? DJ
Uncle Mo.
Yo, that's funny.
Uncle Mo is maxed.
Uncle Mo is crazy.
It's crazy.
So then I'm like, well, my parents gave me this name, and there's a lot of personalities and entertainers out there that, like, for example, I used to watch this show on NBC or Fox or something. It was a singing show. John Legend was the host or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it was called Duets.
Okay.
It only had like one season, but the host, his name was Caduce.
Caduce.
Quddus. Caduce. I'm like, that was his real name too.
Right.
I'm like, yo, that's amazing. So now I said my DJ name, my host name, Moneta-Kai.
Moneta-Kai. Like, is there a meaning when Moneta-Kai? Like, where's the root origin? Like, right.
So I was actually born 11:57 p.m. in Newark, Delaware.
Okay.
Right? Newark, Delaware.
Newark, Delaware. Okay.
So I was nameless for like 2 weeks because they couldn't figure out what to name me. Right. So my dad is a photographer. His mentor, his name was Moneta Sleep Jr., first black man to win a Pulitzer Prize in photojournalism. He worked for Ebony magazine for a long time, and he actually has a very, very famous picture of Coretta Scott King at Martin Luther King Jr.'s funeral. You might see it if you search Moneta Sleep Jr., but it's you could probably edit it, put it on there. It's a Coretta Scott King holding the daughter at the funeral, and it's like it was. I think that's what he won the Pulitzer for.
Mm-hmm.
So he mentored my father, so my father gave me that name of Moneta, and my mom had an African name book, and she found Kai, and it means lovable in Swahili. So they just put the two together and said Moneta-Kai, Avery Price. I asked my dad last year, yo, what if I didn't like the name Moneta-Kai? Because I swear to God, if my mother didn't put me in performing arts, my name, I would not stick with Moneta-Kai, because that name is weird as hell. Like, but he said,
It's unique.
He said, well, I gave you Avery. You could have used that. So I might have been Avery. Y'all could have been knowing me as Avery this whole time. But luckily, Moneta-Kai, it sticks.
Hey, I mean, I think what you've built on the brand of Moneta-Kai is solid.
Word.
And I'm just like trying to bring more light to that. You know what I mean? Like beyond just the turn up and hype, like it's so much more to that. And I think shows like the Black Idea Guy podcast and what we trying to build, it's all to shed that light on like what's really happening beyond just like what people may see.
Facts.
You know, so much. So,
Facts.
You know what I mean? Yo, you got pleasantries, you're where we can find you.
Facts, bro. Thanks
next
for having
events,
me.
all that.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for having me on the show. My name is Moneta-Kai. I'm really on Instagram mostly. Moneta.Kai, Moneta.Kai. He'll put it up there.
All that.
My next event, catch me at Common Crazy Fridays. I'm doing Juneteenth, hosting Juneteenth. July, I'm hosting a concert with P&B Rock and B Love. So I'm on that stage too. It's in West Orange. It's at West Orange High School. The brother who's putting it together, his name is Justin. He grew up in West Orange. He's real tied into the city. So we got a hook up to do it at the high school. So shout out to West Orange High School, No Ceiling Entertainment. I'm there. I'm DJing the 4th of July parade, Plainfield. Crazy.
Oh, tough.
Yeah.
Yo, I announced the 4th of July parade a couple years.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I was over there. I was on Richmond and Front.
That's where I'm going to be.
Yo, so they got rid of the dude. Yeah, I'm glad. Yo, we could do that.
Was booty?
It was not it.
Wow.
I ain't gonna out him. It was just
we're
not
gonna talk
it.
off camera. So
yeah, it wasn't.
I'm trying to bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you will.
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Taylor, Miss Ronnie Taylor,
Fact.
Division of Recreation. She's amazing.
I be out there. I be having all the old ladies that be outside the senior home. I be having them lit.
Word.
They be turned, bro.
Oh, we definitely
this year I'm gonna have them out there make energy.
Hey, I'm making say it so hard they dentures fall out.
Spitting their teeth.
Yeah. Nah, that's what's up, bro. Nah, thanks for having me on the show for sure.
Yo.
Yeah. And then we bring me back when you got Ab on there. I could try to get the Juneteenth crew out here. But definitely, bro.
Hey,
turn up.
This is the biggest platform in Jersey, man. Soon to be the biggest podcast platform, at large, right? We trying to get to where we got to get to. I think we have a dynamic host here on the show.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we could do this, right? Snap. But yeah, man. To all the makers out there, Black Idea Guy podcasters out there. Shout out to y'all for listening to the show. Once again, we got a couple things coming, just some housekeeping. We started doing brand building consultations, right? I just want to make brands better. You know how Donald Trump wanted to make America great again?
Yeah.
I want to make brands great again, right? And I think that there's not enough culturally urban, smart black minds that can like tan shit and make it dope. Right. Like everybody's coming out with generic brands and this and that, but like let's make dope brands. That brands like not to just throw DAP in there, but DAP has a larger meaning than just the product, right? It's so much more to it. It's community based. So, you know, I've been doing a lot more brand marketing consultations. We've been doing some DAP stuff. We got a lot of other ideas coming. Hopefully I can integrate and find my way into some of the spaces that I see the nightlife world is in ways. So, you know, this podcast is a vehicle. It's going to be the platform. It's going to be the rocket ship. And yeah, man, people got a lot to stay in tune for. Feel me?
Sure, bro.
We out, Mo. Mo is
sir.
here. Mo is here.
And we here all summer. We outside all summer.
Done. Well, it's the big show.